Okay. So my project on family resource management project. So my three goals are to start my own business and to create my own photography studio. Um, I'm gonna go through all of them and then I'll go through like each description. So to buy a house and then to be financially stable. I know that one's like a bit simple, but it's one of my like personal goals that I really, really want to achieve. So for to start my photography business, I've wanted to do this since I started college. I love taking pictures of people, and I just think that having my own studio and like having people come in and putting good reviews on it would like make it bigger than it can be. Maybe it won't be, but it's like it's a goal and it's at least a try. It's like I don't know what else I would do with my um degree. And then to buy a house, I live in an apartment right now, so it'd be nice to just have the goal of eventually renting a house and then to go to buying a house. Um, I have a dog, so I want her to be, excuse me, to be able to run around in the backyard and just have like free space. I also want to have my own like little studio, photography studio, like in my house so I can like practice like either on myself and create more projects. And then to be financially stable. I used to be so good at saving money while living in my mom's house, and now that I'm not, it's more difficult. And I just spend how my money how I want to. So I want to eventually like get a car or get a house, and I need to be financially stable. So I'm going to just save up my money. For the knowledge, skills, resource identification, my photography goal would be like how much money I would need to make the studio and rent a building and like buy all the materials for that, buy the camera, buy the backdrops. I mean, I already have some here, but like actual backdrops, buy lighting. I have lighting as well, but just a lot of other stuff that I might need for like a printer and stuff like that. Buying a house goal would just be save up my money to be able to buy one. I could also rent and get money from that potentially too. I've heard some of that and as well. And then being a financially stable goal would be just use my money responsibly. I picked to intertwine the theory into it. Family development theory I chose because um, if I want to get married in the future, which I do, I think that it's a great start to just like start my goals now. That way, when I get married, I can either have the goals already done or they're in the process of becoming fully finished. But yeah, the next one is decisions and goal setting. The first one for the photography one would be to possibly get a loan if I need one to buy the building on top of all the equipment I need. Um, just making tough decisions like that. Save the second one would be saving my money in order to buy a house. I know like you have to have a certain amount in your savings to rent a house, and then eventually, I think you have that for some time, and then you can make some money off of that to eventually put buy a house. And then to use my money to use my money, um, for the third one, I do not just like spend it on random things. Because right now, since I'm a college student, I just spend it on what I want. But I need to just like think of like what do I actually need and what do I actually, what do I actually want more than what I need. Um, and then I added symbolic interactionism theory because it's like I'm gonna know my role in everything, and like if I start a family, then it's gonna be just like different roles that each person will play. Um, but also if I have a family, like I'm gonna treat my kids how I would treat them. Let's treat them as kids and let them just be free and have fun. But like also help make decisions that way as well. For the life, family, social structure, and external influence theory, it would be like with all of this, I hope to be married before I do all this, but also my goal for the studio is like to do it in 5 years. To buy my own house. If I can't do it now, I'm gonna save up the money. So in 20 years or so, I will eventually have it. Um, if I'm married or not married, I still want to be able to have that house. And then just to be financially stable, like I would put my focus more on my kids and myself, but also myself as well, because I got to take care of myself too. But if I have kids, then I would want to build my finances around them and myself and just buy things that we need, want rather than need. I don't know. I just to be financially stable, and I just put family stress theory because like we're gonna have a lot of stress while doing this, and it's gonna just like take time in its life, and like we'll grow up with it. But I think out of all of it, it's like communication is key with everybody, and so I think like we can make things work, and we're gonna argue, and we're gonna stress over it, but in the end, we'll get through it. And then reflection and conclusion. These goals I set for myself. I know the process is gonna be hard. Nothing in life is easy. These goals are just like the main goals I have on my mind and that I would love to achieve. And then when I start my family in the near future, I would like to just have plans for everything and just like I would like to get my business going in the next 5 years. It's going to have a lot of planning and a lot of decision making on what I should do. And there's going to be rough times and there's going to be easy times, but I think it's mostly going to be rough. But I just want to like continue like these goals are on the back of my mind, especially the photography studio. Just because I'm a photographer myself and I want to show people the world and I have lots of projects that I want to work on and so I think a studio will help me too. But yeah, I feel pretty confident in these goals and um I just want to put my heart and soul into it and just make sure that it all works out. So yeah, I really enjoyed this class. And thank you.